Hey there, music teachers. I got another game here for you that I call NoteStackers. And the premise of NoteStackers is to help students work on identifying how the notes move or how the music alphabet letters move. What I've got right here is the primer level, which just uses the music alphabet letters. So I'm going to demonstrate to you here how we're going to play the game. This is a great way to review the music alphabet letters in the classroom, or for a first-time music student who has their first lesson with you, just as a really quick way to close a class or a lesson, or if you need to pull something out for those last 5 to 10 minutes of class. So here's how the game's going to work. We're going to go ahead, depending on the size of your group or how many cards you have made up, you're going to deal 5 to 7 cards. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to go ahead, give myself 5 cards, pretend I'm going to be 2 different students playing, and then I've got a draw pile. And then in this draw pile, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my first card. Now you'll see we've got a letter right here, and it is the letter A. So at this point, students are going to look at their cards, and they're going to figure out what cards they can put down into the play pile or the discard pile here. So with my letter A, we can put down one letter that comes before A in the music alphabet, the same letter, or we could put down one letter after A. So always, always, always one letter before, the same letter, or one letter after. So in this instance here, on my cards, I have an F, a B, an E, a D, or a B. So I'm going to go ahead and put down a B, because B comes after A, and I'm going to grab one card, and my turn is done. And it's the next student. So now I've got a B, and in my for the next student, I have the choices of C, E, F, F, or F here. So I know that C can go after B, so I'm going to put down my C right there, and I'm going to grab another card, and then it's the next player's turn here. So I have a C, and my options in my hand are G, F, E, D, or B. So at this instance, because I've got 2 options here, I'm going to go ahead and move forward. I'm going to put down my D note. I want to that is the end of that student's turn. And then for the next student here, my options are E, E, F, F, or F. And I have a D. So I know I can only go one letter before, after, or the same letter. So I'm going to put down an E right there. So depending on the kiddos in your group, you can go through these cards very quickly, or it may take you a little bit to get through the cards. So that is one way that we can play the game. Another way that we could play the game is for students to identify intervals. So here, if we were using just intervals, we're obviously working on skips if we're moving from one letter to the next. If we do, that was steps. If we do skips here, so I know from E, we can do the same letter using the same principle of the game, the same letter, a skip above or a skip below. So using that premise there, I'm going to go ahead and go back to this first kiddo's cards. So I could put down a C, E, or G, basically outlining a C major. And I have a G, it's right there. Still pick up another card, and that's the end of that student's turn. Again, I could do a skip below G, I could do G, or I could do a skip above G. And that is going to be, I'm going to keep with G right there, because I don't want to be going bouncing back and forth. And that's the end of that student's turn. So you can see that there's a couple different ways that we could use the cards here. Now, this is just the basic pack of the game here. I do have another pack that includes an expansion that has flats and sharps for each of these letters as well. So then you could really dig in and do certain major chords. You could do minor chords. You could do major and minor intervals as well. So the possibilities are endless. So if you're interested in the NoteStackers game here, in particular the primer version, reach out, let me know, I'll send you the link. And I'll also tell you a little bit more about our other levels, 1 through 6, that uses the notes on the staff there.